Now Iga Swiatek is out of this thing. We're going to have a new champion one way or another.
And we talked about how consistency is so important. That's what's been so impressive about Pegula, in my opinion, in general, is it took so long for her to break that top 100 ranking a few years ago.
15.
Got her first title in 2019, but for me, she's always been one of the cleanest ball strikers out there. But it was just about believing in herself, not only in those big moments, but her consistent results over the course of the last year have been so impressive.
Talk about ball strikers.
Yeah, both of them. And also, I think this is an interesting matchup because Keys, I would say, is one of the best servers on the women's tour, and Pegula, to me, is one of the most solid returners. So for Pegula, it's about getting those chances, connecting on a couple serves here and there. That's great touch. And for Keys, with the way she plays, she's going to be dictating the whole match. She's going to want these balls on her racket, and she's going to want to control the points with that big serve and the big forehand that she has.
Nice clean start from Madison Keys.
First game.
Jill, you can imagine she doesn't want to make this a track meet because Jessica Pegula loves the long rallies, doesn't she?
I think she'll be a little bit stronger the longer the rallies goes. Having said that, I feel like that's a part of Keys' game that has gotten better. She's starting to get a little bit more patient in moments where she's maybe on the defense and waiting for the right moment, and she said that's where she knew she needed to improve. So we'll see if Keys can hang in those longer rallies.
And Pegula has been working on, I mean, she's still trying to win a major. She's been in 6 quarters. She's been trying to beef up her serve, get more aggressive.
$15.
And that's what Keys is going to look to continue to do off those second serves, is run around and take that forehand as much as possible. That's where she's able to control most of the rallies against her opponents. It's Bjorn Fratangelo, the fiance of Madison Keys, and also just took over the coaching role, so he's been beside her most of the summer.
What could possibly go wrong in that situation? Wow. Good stab, but Keys finishes the point.
He's also still playing himself, competing himself, but has been by Madison's side for a while. This is a great exchange from both players, and I think this is a good example of how well these women strike the ball, but also they're incorporating more variety into their games. You're seeing Pegula and Keys use that drop shot more often.
Game Keys.
Wow. Maddie shows up. Barely put a foot wrong.
Keys leads 2 games to 1 first set. Love 15.
And there's David Witt, coach of Pegula. Been working with her now for a couple years. Has had a really good impact on her game.
That's really nice. All these Americans know each other, Jill. And
Yes.
and
50
Maddie's been playing well under her fiance. And David Witt said to, I mean, they're all friends, right?
Yep.
David Witt said to Bjorn, I know you're trying to be coach of the year, but I'm trying to.
That's great.
So they're competing here today, too.
It's all fun, yeah.
The spirit among the Americans is just, I've never felt it like this. And all the
agree.
American women and all the American men are buddies. It's a thing, right?
Absolutely. I think they've, I mean, Pegula in particular has been outspoken about how she feels like there's a vibe. And they all played the United Cup together at the
Exactly.
beginning of the year, which was huge. You could see them just feeding off each other and how much fun they were having. And then they had fun after that, just poking each other.
They kept it
when
going.
they had results. And yeah, it's been fantastic.
Evidently, there have been quite a few text exchanges that none of them wants to talk about. You
We'll
can
keep
imagine.
probing. We'll keep probing.
Oh, man. No, it's something, isn't it? It's really fun.
Some excellent calmness there from Keys.
14.
That was a great get from Pegula, getting that ball nice and deep. She just takes such good time, gets underneath the ball well here, and smart to not try and go for a super explosive overhead. Just got the spin, great placement.
Pegula
Keys leads 3 games to 1
being made
first
to look a little slow, a little off by Madison Keys. Great stuff from Maddie. Hip operations, knee. Her mom had cardiac arrest last year. I mean, she
15.
has been through it, hasn't she?
She's been through a lot, and I remember when she went through her hip surgery in particular, there were moments where she wasn't sure if she wanted to continue playing, and I just don't think people get to hear about that often, how difficult it is to try and get through those moments. And it took a while for her to talk about what her mom went through and being open and honest about that. And she wrote a great article about, what that meant to her and the emotions that she had to feel going through that stage. But those moments she recognizes only makes you stronger. Great pickup from Pegula. Nice soft hands at the net on that half volley. There's Jessica Pegula's sister. They look a lot alike, I think.
Yeah, they do.
Game Pegula. Keys leads 3 games to 1. First set.
Fourth game of a set. Time for us to remind you to go to usopen.org. That's her husband under that cap. Married a couple of years.
40 love.
Have a couple of dogs. My kind of couple.
Game Keys. Keys leads 4 games
Keys
to 1.
continues
First set.
to impress. 4-1 now, opening set. I got to go.
David Witt, her coach, getting in the defense, using the slice a little bit more to reset and trust her movement better. And she's done a great job of that. And that was a great example.
Being a rat.
15
Yeah, being a rat, yes. Previously, she probably would have tried to hit that ball so hard and just go for an outright winner, knowing that she's in a vulnerable position. But she's willing to go for that slice and get back into the court. Gives her extra time to start the point over. Wow. That's too good.
15 all.
Hard to be rodential around a return like that.
Yes, because it wasn't a bad serve. It was pretty deep in the service box. In the strike zone, so Madison didn't have to move too much, but that's just too good of a shot.
Adding.
And Keys
15,
has
30.
the type of game where she can just take the racket out of your hands. I mean, those last 2 points, perfect example. Very aggressive off the return. Love that she didn't even think twice about charging forward, taking that ball in the air.
Fifteen, 14. Thirty, 14.
That's her 5th unforced error, but she's had 9 winners. Pegula's had 1.
Yes.
Maddie's serving at almost 70%. Pegula just over 50.
first service.
It's a good job here from 1540. Pegula able to get all first serves in a row there to get a game point. She knows that's going to be crucial for her, that placement on that serve.
Pop that one in at 110. Yikes.
Use.
Had a couple of return winners from Maddie. You better hit your spots because she's nice and tall. She's not going to get bothered by those kind of serves, is she?
Especially on the forehand. She's so comfortable on the stretch on the forehand to get that power.
Advantage Keys.
Just seems off, doesn't she, Jill?
Madison has started very fast and strong, and it's just taking some time for Pegula to almost catch up to the pace Keys is bringing.
Use.
Those are the kind of shots that Keys hits sometimes, and you think, wait a minute. You got another break point chance, and it was a 78-mile-an-hour serve.
She waited on that one a little bit too long, gave her time to think about where to hit that ball.
Another miss.
Advantage Pegula.
But right there shows you that Pegula needs to be hitting that serve more to the backhand side of Keys. That's the one that can be up and down. The forehand's usually a lot better. So Pegula's smart to just kick that ball to the backhand side.
Another one.
It's a good get.
Use.
Pegula thought she was going to get something shorter off that ball from Keys.
You just get the feeling her footwork needs to be more dynamic when she's playing Keys, who's playing so well.
More alert. Yeah, I agree.
Advantage Pegula.
109. First ace of the match for Pegula.
Use.
Gave that one a thump and it stayed in.
Advantage Keys.
That's the one she likes on the backhand, that inside-out backhand. So if Pegula can just slightly get it more body, that one just didn't quite curve into the body enough.
And that goes out. Keys breaks again.
Keys leads 5 games to 1. First set.
Just the Jesse Pegula. Third winner. Beauty.
That was better footwork from Pegula, just able to get behind the ball a little bit better on the backhand. Not a bad approach from Keys, and applause from Maddie.
One more.
Yeah, with 5 now?
Yeah.
And I'll do more.
If she serves them all at once, I'm gonna be impressed.
Watch out. From that position, that was a good angle from Pegula, and from that position, Keys outside, almost in the doubles alley. Knows she had to produce something exceptional, otherwise it was leaving the whole court open. That's what caused the error.
Then just looks flat, doesn't she?
30.
Gotta start moving those feet better in set 2.
I actually thought that was a better return, though. At least she had more pace behind that return. But yeah, that last ball you could see just not quite there with her feet. Could have been there a lot sooner.
That's some serve. To get Madison Keys to a set point. Just outplaying her from everywhere, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think she saw Pegula just take a slight move to cover that inside-out forehand.
What a shot. That forehand gives her a second set point.
Advantage Keys.
In under half an hour. Madison Keys dominates the opening set against the number 3 seed. I did not, Jill, see somebody just utterly dominate. Although Pegula surely knows what's going on down there. I don't think Jessica Pegula has ever lost a match because she didn't know what to do.
No, I agree. And I think, she knows, Keys, she knows that Madison has the capability of playing this well. So for Pegula, she knows it's about just continuously to keep digging and keep trying to get these power shots back, try to make the points longer. But
Love it.
I feel like Pegula is normally the stronger one on the return, but it's been Keys that has been the more aggressor.
She's getting serves in the 70s and 80s.
Right. That's not helping.
No, she's getting hustled. She's getting rushed.
Out. 15-30.
That's interesting, taking that approach as a slice, just giving Keys no pace there. Pretty smart choice, I think, just trying to change up the rhythm.
A couple of misses from Keys.
And sometimes just an unforced error here or there can send Pegula a message saying, okay, it helps you get to that stage where you just keep digging, and make the rallies longer, forcing Keys to go for more. But Keys has been better at getting that first shot out of the center of the court, and I think Pegula needs to do that a little bit better, spread the court more.
Advantage, Keys.
That's nicely put together. Big round of applause for Jessica Keys.
I think Pegula needed that point because it was another long rally. She got Keys on the run, but she was on her back foot in the beginning of that point and was able to turn it around. And I think just the applause from the crowd just to give her some extra energy. That's much better. Just got some more margin on her ball in that point.
And she holds.
First game, second serve.
I gotta tell you, it was quite a teaching career, as you can imagine.
I'm sure. I think you're amazing, Mary. I have no doubt. But
15 love.
Speaking of back foot, because I said Pegula was on her back foot quite a bit, it's not easy sometimes when you're playing against someone. Okay, Madison's been very sharp from the beginning, and to be able to change that. when you're feeling on your back foot for a whole set. To be able to turn that around is not an easy thing to do.
Well, she's got to start getting ahead in the rally.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's about almost forcing yourself to get up on that baseline, and you get in this mindset where you're expecting something big from Keys, and you've got to be willing to stay up on the baseline, fight that pace off, and dig in for a few points, and you never know what can change. It's just a great pattern from Keys to throw in that slice, force Pegula to have to hit up on the ball, so that ball maybe sits up a little more for Keys to attack. That is a really good pattern.
Game Keys. 1 game ball, second set.
Pegula thought that return was long as well, not happy. Both few returns hitting the back of the line from Keys.
Just her body language is low, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
I mean, you would think maybe she'd like push it right here, right now. Show some real resistance.
50 goal.
Even after a couple of good serves, not the reaction that we want to see from Pegula trying to get back in. Still dropped her shoulders after those couple points.
40-15.
She's normally not one that shows a lot of emotion anyway, but at this stage, it can physically change you when you bring that positive energy.
Game Pegula. Pegula leads 2-1, second set. First set, Keys.
Needed hold, right, for Pegula, who still has not had a break.
Love.
Trying something different.
He's just too sharp.
Yeah, hitting aggressive return and coming forward is a pretty good volley, but Keys just much better on the feet, getting that ball, getting ready for that next ball to come back.
So 111. Second ace of the match. Yeah, she should have hit through that one. Thank you for the replay, Madison, of what it should have been. Oh. Oh, she missed a smash.
A great hustle from Pegula. It was a tricky approach shot, too. It had so much side spin on it. But Keys definitely should have made that one. Just mishit it a little bit, misjudged the height of that ball.
She holds. 2-all. And again, if you check your U.S. Open apps, you can find out that there is real drama going on the other stadium with a closed roof.
Here we go. Let's go, Maddie. Step on the second serve. Step on the second
Peyton Stearns won the opening set against Marketa Vondrousova. Vondrousova won the second, and they're early in the third. Go to usopen.org to catch up on that. What a story that would be.
Amazing. She's a great player and not intimidated.
You're talking about
Stearns, not well, they both are, but Stearns, I mean, for a lot of people that don't know her,
15.
Not intimidated by anyone, just has that good attitude when she gets on the court. You get the sense that she feels like she can beat anybody.
Already in the top 50. Another American having a great open.
50 more.
Well, we were talking about the chatter from the boxes of these two players, and we did hear a little bit from Bjorn Fratangelo, fiance and coach of Keys, and he was saying to make sure he keeps stepping up on that second serve. She's been doing that phenomenally this match so far. Just having those reminders to stay sharp, especially mentally, because she played such a great first set, and just to continue to keep at it.
Third double fault. Wow, you don't see that much from Jess Pegula.
13.
Anger, frustration.
You can see she's consistently getting late because Maddie's been adding so much power.
Climbed all over that 76-mile-an-hour serve. Another break from Madison Keys.
Keys leads 3 games to 2.
That's her third.
By 1 set.
And still no break points for Jessica Pegula.
15 love.
115, that third ace. Just doesn't seem in the right headspace at all, Pegula.
You never really want to let your opponent know or look like you feel like it might already be over. And I feel like Pegula has looked like that a few times, where she doesn't look ready for the next point as far as being mentally prepared.
Well, she looked good in Montreal a couple of weeks ago, beating Coco, Gauff, and Iga Swiatek.
That's a tough miss for Pegula, finally in an offensive position. I mean, despite the fact that she's looked frustrated and down on herself, no doubt she's going to fight. She's going to stay at it, but it's hard to fight to the best of your ability when you're having those negative emotions.
How close was this this backhand from Pegula? Yeah, right around there. Squirted right under Madison Keys' racket. Believe it or not, this is the first break point Jessica Pegula has had on Madison Keys. Let's see what she does with it. There it is. Even in the second, that first set, it was all Madison Keys.
Second set.
And it's a little unusual, Jill Krabus, when Madison Keys' shoes are squeaking more than Jessica Pegula's.
They have been, I know. She's been that sharp. That's actually the first slight blip we've seen from Madison Keys as far as unforced errors. She's been so good this match, but that's what I was saying earlier. It's about Pegula. Just keep digging, because you never know. With the game style then that Keys plays, she's so aggressive all the time. You never know as these rallies get longer when she might make an unforced error. And there's Pegula's reaction, because she knows that was an opportunity. Right into her strength. The backhand got the target at the net.
She can't let her ground game start to leak. Not now. Keys has played a pitch-perfect indoor hard court match till now.
That serve is hurting her. That one right to the backhand. Keys has hit a winner on that inside-out backhand so often from that deuce side. She's got to mix up that second serve more.
15-14.
This is how the match has gone for Just Pegula. She looks flat. She looks frustrated. Sometimes even sad. That flies on her. Another break of serve. If Madison Keys holds a couple more times, she's in the quarters.
By 1 set to 0.
You know how you said, Jill, you never know? Again today.
And that was a strange mistake. I mean, you barely see Pegula, one, making a backhand mistake and hitting it in the bottom of the net. Just didn't get over to that ball that well. Playing so confidently, Keys.
Jill, Madison Keys just struck her 20th winner of the match. Pegula has had 5.
I mean, I would have predicted Keys probably would have more winners, but also more unforced errors, which is the case. But there just haven't been that many rallies for Keys to sort of get pressured in vulnerable positions on the court. She's been so in charge of the majority of these points. Another one right on the line. It's got to be that good right now against Madison.
That flies on her. 1 game away.
Keys leads 5 games
in under an hour.
Second set.
Every second serve return, you're on. Okay. She's still only gone wide 2 times the whole match. So here we go. Use that.
That's Bjorn Fratangelo, Madison Keys' fiance and coach.
And next to Bjorn as well, the fitness trainer of Madison, Rodney Marshall. He's been with her, working with her for a long time.
She looks fit.
I think Keys has been so good offensively, but what has impressed is her defensive skills today as well.
Remember that Coach of the Year contest we were talking about? David Witt joking with Bjorn Fratangelo. That's the way Madison was playing. Bjorn is trying to get Coach of the Year. Heard Bjorn tell Maddie to go after those second serves.
Which she has been, but always good to get a reminder, try and trying to get her to close it out here. Keep that pressure on Pegula's serve.
That flies on her.
30. For service.
This brings us to match point.
13-14.
In just over an hour. There it is. Madison Keys, 1 and 3s, the top American player.
Wow, what a performance by Madison Keys. Just absolutely exceptional from the start. I feel like she didn't even allow Jessica Pegula to really get into that match. It was a great exchange at the net, some smiles.